Suppose, let's say if I give you a hypothetical situation, you are, getting some trouble with one of your teeth, right? You have some pain in your teeth, and you have to visit doctor. So whom do you would like to visit? Somebody who is MBBS or somebody who is specialized in dental surgery or maybe dental medicine? Okay, someone says that I'm okay with the doctor itself. Any doctor will do. Parth, okay. Any doctor will do for Parth. Bengali doctors. Okay, fine. Most of you have mentioned dentist, right? And that is how it happens with all of us, right? So if we have certain problems, certain issues, we would like to visit a specialist, right? That is why, and where we there we get confidence, right? When we reach out to a specialist, we know that they are the right person for this. They can they can understand the problem right from its depth, and then they can come up with a probable solution. And that goes with the specialization. So after the specialization, you can mark yourself as a specialist in a particular domain. Maybe somebody is a specialist in social media marketing. Somebody is specialist in marketing analytics, right? If you love data, if you love, if you know how to interpret the data, if you know how to listen to the story of the data and present that story to the various stakeholders, right? If you love branding, right? uh, Designing logos, or maybe coming up with some good branding statements for the existing brand, or maybe the new coming upcoming brand, or maybe you are good with communication, right? So you understand, you are empathetic. You already have that trait in you, right? So with all of these kind of qualities, then we can understand that which kind of specialization will be relevant for me, right? So before moving ahead, let me just share with you some industry data with which you will be, in a better position to understand what is happening in the industry and what specialization will be relevant going ahead. Okay, I believe all of you can see my screen now. Right. Yes, okay, it is visible. Okay. Now, I'm going to share with you, first of all, the type of, you can say different departments or different units we have in digital marketing in the real life scenario, and what are the kind of job profiles under those different departments you can expect. So number one, if you talk about performance marketing, now this particular job role or job function is in so much of demand these days, because I'll just give you a context of the previous times. Um, Previously, these companies, they would like to hire somebody who is a social media marketing specialist or someone who is a search engine marketing specialist, right? But they are two different people, right? And both of them are working in their own individual capacities and their department. Now, looking at the overall, picture of a business objective that we want to achieve the market share, or whether we want to achieve the profits and revenues. So both of these profiles got merged as performance marketeer. Now, as a performance marketeer, you are expected to deliver certain ROI. You are expected to achieve the business objectives by using any of these platforms. Now it is up to your wisdom how much you want to use social media marketing, how much you want to rely upon Google ads or search engine marketing, or maybe programmatic ad buyings. So ultimately your objective is to deliver those numbers and achieve that objective, right? So under that, we have certain functions as growth specialist. Growth specialist is basically focused on a broader picture. then performance marketing or performance marketeer. Performance marketeer is mainly involved with the delivery of ROI, profits or revenue related to certain product or maybe in certain timelines. But growth specialists, they are looked upon at a very wider angle. Their the responsibilities, they lie in the fact that they have to work on increasing the market share, right? If I talk about any industry, right? So in that particular industry, what is your current market share? And then you have to take it to another level. You have to claim the market share from the market, by moving people preferences towards your brand. So it includes lot many things. Apart from running your various paid campaigns, you will be involved with branding also. You will be involved with analytical part of it, because anyone who can understand the data and they can derive insights from it, then only they can go ahead with the growth specialist as a profile. So these are kind of, you can say, middle management to top management kind of profile. Generally these kind of profiles, they don't appear in the freshers at the fresher level. So person who are having more than 7 years of experience or maybe 10 years of experience, they might get these kind of profiles floating for them. Now companies, they have started searching people for the entry level job also under these profiles, but currently the number is less. So this is basically suitable for somebody who is having a good number of years of experience. Digital media buyer or planner, again, it is a middle to top management level kind of job, wherein you will be involved in a broader scenario for a company, tying up with digital marketing agencies, identifying the best partners or best vendors with which you can completely build upon your marketing strategy. Digital acquisition specialist, and lastly, your search engine marketing manager. So this search engine marketing manager, this fall under the performance marketing, but this, you can say this, these kind of roles you can get at the entry level. So at an entry level, companies are looking for PPC specialist. Another name for this is PPC specialist, Google ad specialist, right? Keyword, researcher. So these are some of the terminologies which most of the companies uses while looking out for best of the talent. And as you progress in your company, in your corporate ladder, so these are the further roles which you can expect. So let's say if you start today as a search engine marketing manager or maybe a PPC specialist, then further you can move ahead with digital media buyer or planner, and finally you can reach out to the level of performance marketeer or growth marketeer. So that is a kind of upper trajectory which you can expect for yourself. Under social media marketing, so this is on the context of mainly on the search engine marketing side, which is Google ads and DV360 or SA360 kind of profile. But when we talk about social media marketing, so here we have social media ORM, which is online reputation management. And this is a very important department of any company these days, looking at the instant messaging and instant reactions from the audience on various social media. Like all of you must have done sometimes, if you're not happy with the food delivered by Zomato, you have reached out to Twitter and you have tagged Twitter, tagged Zomato that you're not happy with this and that. And that is where we need people who can manage the reputation of a company on the digital platforms. Then social media analyst, however, you might find that this social media analyst will be part of a job description of, the other job roles, right? So you might find a profile called digital marketing manager, digital marketing associate, digital marketing executive. And under that, you might find that, as per part of the job description, that you should be good with analysis of various dashboard on the social media platform, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all of that. Or if there is a company who is having an in-house digital marketing team, then they might definitely would like to go for a social media analyst also, who can look upon the various dashboards from various social media channels and come up with some strategies that how they can, deliver more value to the target audience, how they can win more number of users, how they can increase the brand loyalty towards their brand. Community manager, again, it is very important for some of the businesses like hospitals or schools, which are very sensitive, right? And they are having certain communities built up. Now, this community manager, they have very important role to play over there to manage the entire community of audience over there, to defining the moderation rules, to acknowledging the various comments or whatever activity is happening in those communities, along with increasing the community size, right? So I have to focus on increasing my community also, because these are very helpful in organic promotion of your product or services. So if I have got a strong community of audience, I can organically reach out to them to upsell my product, to introduce my new services without paying anything, right? I don't need to pay any ad. I don't need to spend anything on Facebook ad or any other platform, and organically I will be able to achieve my objectives. And then influencer marketing manager. This is a very important role in most of the companies, wherein you will be involved with managing influencer accounts, coming up with identifying the relevant influencers for your brands, dealing with them, negotiation with those influencers on the pricing part, that how much they will charge, how much you are ready to pay, managing their accounts, managing their relationship with the brand, and all of that. So it is a very challenging, as well as it is a very interesting kind of profile. So that is where the role of social media marketing specialization comes into play, right? Then we have content side of it. So people who love to write, right? People who are very creative. They like to create various ad copies or maybe creative elements. They have good writing skills, right? So in that case, we have content manager and a specialist kind of profile, which is again on the higher side of the corporate ladder, wherein you will be involved, or you are expected to come up with a content strategy for all the channels wherever your company is present, or for whatever channel you are using for for your promotional activities or for your marketing activities. Content writers, this is a little bit on a basic side of it. So they're just involved with creating copies or writing blogs, interesting blogs. But content manager role is somewhat on a strategy part, that how what kind of strategies you are building, what kind of content mix you are going to create, choosing between reels, images, videos, blog, all of that, and how you are going to optimally use across various platforms to uh, deliver the expected objective out of it. Copywriters, again, email marketing. So these are very basic kind of profiles. These days, email marketing specialist kind of job, they also keep on floating on various platforms. So companies, they require people who are good in writing emails, right? So that is why this has been kept under the content marketing part of it, because anyone who has good command over English, who has good command over writing skills, they are mostly preferred for the email marketing kind of profiles. SEO, very interesting domain, most important domain. And here we have certain profiles as SEO analyst, so that you should have the deep understanding of SEO, both on page, off page. What are Google Webmaster Guidelines? Now they are known as Google Search Essentials. What are Google Core Web Vitals? How you can use Google Search Console for improving your website's performance. Keyword planners. So again, they are required to perform roles as to find out relevant keywords in order to optimize the website for the better performance. SEO team lead, they are basically managing team members. So there are certain people who are associated with on-page SEO. There are few people who are looking at the off-page SEO, and there are certain people who are looking at the technical SEO side of it, which requires a lot of coding, understanding of JavaScript, HTML codes, CSS, and all of that. So you are expected to manage a team of those people and off-page SEO specialists. So these are certain bifurcations which you might find in the SEO domain. Mostly technical SEO specialist and off-page SEO specialist. So these are the kind of roles which come up, and it is being, you can say understood that if somebody is hiring you for off-page SEO or maybe a technical SEO specialist, you already have a good understanding of the on-page part of it. Analytics, uh, people who love numbers, right? You can hear the story of numbers, the data, and how to interpret that, how to take out insights from that data, and then support various other functions. So you will be treated as a both ways. One in the strategy formulation part of it, and another as a support function. Because the data which you cull out from various platforms, Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics, Hootsuite, Buffer. So you are going to, look at all those numbers. You are going to prepare a story with all those numbers, and then you are going to present it to the respective departments and teams and tell them that what is going, good and what is not going good, and how we can probably optimize those kind of parameters. So under that, we might we get certain roles as a digital marketing analyst, web or app analytics lead. App analytics lead is a very growing, job function these days, because most of the companies today, they can't sustain without an app in the market, right? So although digital presence on internet is required, but app, they are very much crucial for dealing with the today's generation. Marketing analytics specialist and growth analytics lead. So if I look at these, job functions, you will be, dealing with Power BI, Google Data Studio, SQL queries, data visualizations, deep understanding of Google Analytics, deep understanding of Hootsuite, and all of that, right? So you should be good with interpreting and understanding of the data, and then you can go ahead with these kind of roles. And guys, these are some of the highly paid jobs, because there are very less people who are having these kind of skill sets. Because if I look at the overall digital marketing ecosystem, most of the people you will find, with regard to social media marketing, content marketing, or performance marketing, but people having good skill sets in analytics is very difficult to find. So that's why, companies, they don't hesitate in paying good amount over there. So for that, we have a marketing analytics specialization, which prepare you for these kind of profiles. Then under the creative side of it, so sometimes this creative gets merged with SEO, content marketing, and social media marketing. But if there is a company who is having a big in-house digital marketing team, then they definitely would like to have these sort of people for their different job roles, like UI UX developer, right? So it is a mix of both your understanding of your coding, which is HTML, Java, CSS, and other coding languages, and along with taking insights from the data and understanding and implementing it to increase the performance of the overall website. Graphic designers, they are generally clubbed together with the social media marketing and content marketing. So when you see some job roles related to, social media analyst, or maybe, content manager or specialist, there in the job description, they would require people who are good with the graphic designing part of it, people who are good with Adobe Photoshop and other designing platforms. Video editors, again, that is part of that, and illustrators. So all of these are part of, Adobe suite. So if you go to Adobe Creative Studio, so there you will find various tools available over there. So if you are intending to join, in social media marketing or content marketing, then in these two cases, you should have a good command on these platforms also. So try building your skill sets on Adobe Creative Studio, and that will definitely complement you in content marketing and social media marketing related job functions, right? So that is the overall, you can say, digital marketing ecosystem from the job point of view, job perspective. So what are the different roles which are being offered? What is expected out of you if you join any of these roles, right? Now, having said that, let me just take you through some of the detailed level, understanding of certain roles with regard to the pay packages also. That what is the range of salaries which you can expect under different roles. So under data analytics, if I talk about, so we have already talked about it, right? So you will be involved with various analytical software, analytical platforms and tools. And this is a kind of, the range which we can expect for a data analyst. Base salary, it is nearly 4.5 lakh a year. And it can go up as well. So as I've already mentioned, data analyst kind of profile is a highly paid profile in the market, because we find less people over there. 1 million, that is a kind of upper range which we can expect over here per year. Content marketing, the content marketing manager role is overall content strategy formulation. So please don't get confused when I'm saying content marketing, that you are involved with creating the content, or you're just limited to Canva only, right? It is more than Canva. You are involved with strategy formulation of the entire content. And now when we are entering into a world of no cookies, Google is removing its cookie policy. Apple 13, they have already removed that policy. So content is going to be the most important aspect of any company in digital marketing space, because now as a marketeer, you don't have a cookie. If you don't have a cookie, how you will do the retargeting? It is very, very difficult. Now, the best way to get your customers is through quality content only. So if you are able to come up with a good content strategy, with which you can interact with your target audience, and you can keep entertained, you can provide them valuable information, so they keep on coming to your website, right? And if you see over here, this is again one of the highest paid jobs in digital marketing. The base, or if I say the average salary, it is 6.73 lakhs a year. And again, the range is very broad, so it can go up to 1 million also. But that is a kind of average base salary which you can expect under this. So for this, if you intend to become a content marketing strategist or content strategist, then you should have a good command over nearly all the platforms, maybe SEO, SEM, your content side of it, how you can use various content types for various objectives, and some part of your analytics also. Because if you can't understand how your content is performing, then how you will create relevant content for the rest of the coming strategies. Social media marketing, the early range starts from even 2 lakh rupees also. 2 lakh rupees, sorry, 2 lakh rupees per year. And average, it goes up to 3.13 lakhs. Maximum, it goes up to 6.3 lakhs. Generally, these are kind of entry level profiles, right? If you are absolutely fresher to the industry, so you can expect these entry level profiles, wherein you are expected to come up with the good creatives. You are expected to be well versed with Canva, so that you can create your creatives yourself. You should be well versed with social media platforms like Facebook or Meta ads. How you effectively you can use Meta ads to leverage, its 3 billion active users over there, and choosing between various social media channels. Some are B2C oriented, some are B2B oriented. So how you can use those different channels for achieving your different objectives. So you will need creativity, analytical skills, and effective management of resources. All three together. Your creativity is also required over here. So you are required to, prepare social media calendars, which involve strategy formulation, analysis, and you might also be involved with, creation of those creatives. Because in some of the companies, they outsource that department to graphic designing companies. They come up with various creatives, or in some of the companies you yourself are required to develop those creatives using Canva or maybe any other platform. So that is why in the previous slide I mentioned that if you have some graphic designing skills, that you can definitely link with your social media marketing or content marketing kind of profiles, and they will definitely complement you over there. Branding and communications. So again, for this, you should require the good understanding of various social media channels, but along with your communication skills should be excellent, right? You should have good command over languages, so that uh, you can reach out to the target audience. You can address their queries and concerns. You can help in managing the reputation of the brand. And when I talk about branding, so there a bit of creativity is required, right? So you should be creative enough. Your mind is highly creative, wider perspective, focusing on different elements, right? So with that only you will be able to do well in this particular role. And if I talk about the average salary over here, it is nearly 9.58 lakhs. So far it has gone up among whatever we have discussed so far. And if you look at the upper range, it can go up to 2 million as well, depending on your experience level and your expertise level, right? And even if you look at the lower range over here, it is still 3.80 lakhs, maybe somewhere around 4 lakhs. So between 4 lakhs to 2 million, that is the kind of range which you can expect under branding and communication field. Marketing communication, PR, again, the similar to branding and communication, but it is more focused on managing the media relations and public relations. So here your median goes to 8.7 lakh per year. That is a kind of average salary. And starting salary, if you are starting as a fresher in this particular department, then somewhere around 3.5 to 4 lakh is a kind of base salary which you can expect under this profile. So what are the key responsibilities you will be looking at? So creating marketing content and distributing it effectively. Uh, you know, Executing day-to-day PR campaign, media relations, documentation, and coordination with various, media agencies, and how you can promote your brand, right? Arranging for interviews or public speaking events and construct press releases so that you can take advantage of that particular medium to reach out to a wider set of audience. Because anything which comes up in press, media, all of you understand that has a wider reach in comparison to the any other platform. Apart from that, so whatever we have discussed, so far, some of the skills which are expected out of every candidate. If I'm sitting for an interview, I'm taking some interviews, so I would definitely would like to analyze that person or just that person on these parameters, which is whether the person is curious enough to know more about or not, how good they are with the team working or team building kind of scenarios, whether they have a problem solving aptitude or not, what kind of mindset they have, whether they carry some broader mindset or not, to look at a problem, right? So in some of the interview processes, now you will be provided with some scenarios, and you have to come up with those solutions. So based on those scenarios, interviewer is basically trying to understand what is your perspective, how broader you can think, how narrowly you can go down to inspect a particular problem, and how creatively you can come up with certain solutions, right? So you can see all of these points which I've captured over here. problem solving, creativity, teamwork, storytelling. So all of these are soft skills which are required, expected out of each one of you.